All right, 4:42 here. Rich, how are you this fine Wednesday morning?
Not bad. It was a pretty nice afternoon yesterday. The sun was out.
Cold, but beautiful.
Temperatures, yeah, exactly. Cold, you know. 43 degrees, just 8 degrees below normal. So, yeah, we haven't seen normal. Well, the last time we saw normal or above was the 1st of February. So, 1st of March isn't far away. We're still going to be below normal, as a matter of fact, just to let you know. So the only good news is we continue to increase our daylight with that sunset tonight at 5:51. And remember, a week from this Sunday, we actually go on daylight saving time. We'll see that evening sunset get much later, much quicker, that's for sure. Down in Tacoma right now, mostly cloudy skies, quiet morning out there around western Washington. We do have, you can see some offshore winds. Might see some gusty winds out near the Cascade foothills this morning as those downslope winds coming through there. Giving us the offshore winds, also making the air mass down here near the surface very dry this morning. So even though you may see a few returns on the radar, that's evaporating at least over the interior before it gets to the ground. Out here along the coast, seeing some returns out there. There are actually reports of a little light snow down around Astoria, but we're not going to get much out of any of this. There's just not that much moisture in there. So even during the day here, you might potentially see maybe a drop on your window or maybe a flake in the air, but nothing to worry about because there's just nothing there to wring out of the atmosphere. Checking temperatures this morning, running mostly in the low to mid 30s, a little bit warmer thanks to the cloud cover overnight, helping out just a little bit. Checking the University of Washington, modeling, see some northerly winds. You see those offshore winds coming down out of the Cascades and cloudy skies around here and just some occasional little moisture moving through. Most likely spot to see some showers out towards the coastal beaches today, and then also as we head towards this afternoon over towards parts of the Hood Canal and maybe parts of southwestern Washington. Again, some of the places over there, it's potentially you could see maybe half an inch or an inch of wet snow just isolated along the Hood Canal, but pretty limited all in all. Tomorrow we continue in pretty much the same pattern with cloudy skies, just a slight chance of a few showers around, and then we get into a stretch of sunny but continued cool weather. So mostly cloudy today, just a couple of showers around, could be a rain or snow shower, but won't amount to anything. Same again for Thursday, temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Partly sunny Friday, then mostly sunny on through the weekend and through the first half of next week, but those high temperatures continue to lag way below normal, running mostly in the mid 40s.